Noob D&D Dad here, and we are talking session 11 of the Army Veterans campaign in the Curse of Strahd campaign. I think I said campaign a lot. So, they are still clearing out the forest for Madame Eva as payment to resurrect Irina. And there's a few things. At this point, I am asking myself, how many more things are they going to have to kill in this forest until the forest is cleared so that they can give payment to Madame Eva? And then, just like last time, I am asking myself, what's going to happen when they get back to Madame Eva? Is it just going to be business as usual? Irina's going to be resurrected, everything's good? Or will Strahd have paid a visit and killed everybody? Or killed someone and taken Irina? And I don't know if that will make the players apply more importance to her, because honestly, they could just let her go and they could carry on and they could complete the campaign. But we do have, I think, two different lawful good characters, and they're so far they've been pretty good trying to actually act lawful good. So I could have Strahd have shown up and kidnapped Irina, who was freshly resurrected, or I could just have her resurrected and they go about their business and try to take her to Vallaki and then go about their business trying to find the special items and carry on with the plot. Now, at session 11, I'm starting to feel like it is time to introduce Strahd. I think he needs to show up and do something. And if not him, then I think his black carriage needs to show up and give them a gift or threaten them, or maybe the black carriage can show up with a note that says something like, deliver Irina to me or suffer the consequences or something. I don't know. I also want to just stick to the plot in the book, but I'm wondering about that. So these are things I'm wondering for when they get back. For session 11, they are still, look at this beautiful little face looking up at me. In session 11, they are still in the forest, and I decided this time they would be fighting 4 or 5 direwolves and a werewolf. And they're all in wolf form. And at this point, so this is February 20th when I'm recording this, and this session took place February 7th. You probably won't see this video for quite a while because I'm trying to catch up. But at the time we played, I didn't have the new monster manual. And so the werewolves how they are in the 2014 version is it takes a full action for them to change shape, right, from a werewolf into their hybrid form, because I think they're more deadly in their hybrid, or from a wolf into their hybrid form, because I think they're more deadly in their hybrid form. And the fight was going, and I just felt like it would be a waste to take a whole action to do that, and so I just stayed in wolf form with him. So I just had him stay in wolf form, and it turns out in the new monster manual, this bad boy, that they changed some stuff, like big time, in werewolves. So the werewolf, this kid's trying to grab this book. Oh, so sad. So it's a bonus action now in the new monster manual. So that is an improvement. That's probably too sharp for you. There's nothing a baby can chew on in here? Here you go, play with this. So I totally would have used the werewolf's bonus action and turned it into hybrid form. So I guess I'll do that next time. Now, the main thing about this session is that one of the players, not a lawful good one, he wants to become a werewolf because he wants to fly up 500 feet on the broom that I stupidly gave him in the death house, and then he wants to drop himself like a missile onto people because he's immune to bludgeoning damage, and then just do like all the falling damage. Are you eating the queen alien? Anyway, so that's his plan. He wants to fly up on his broom, drop himself like a missile over and over, and just furry bomb people. And I'm sitting here like, do we really want to play like that? But the new book and this group, we are wanting to play by the new rules. So if I very quickly find, let's see, Werewolf, which is alphabetical, so that's helpful. So page 327. Oh, totally just bent a page. Very nice. I'm going to show you what they changed it to, which by the time you see this video, you will already know. So Werewolf, it says, so now if you get bit and you fail the DC saving throw, which is a Constitution saving throw, it says the target is cursed. And then if the cursed target drops to 0 hit points, they become a werewolf under the DM's control with 10 hit points. That's it. So it's totally nerfed. Because before, the other monster manual, it talks about how if you want to embrace the lycanthropy, that you can learn and gradually be able to control it. He's liking eating this queen alien. But if you're good and you're trying to fight it, then the DM can take control of your character on a full moon. So, are you eating the paint off? Aw, dude. Okay, all right. Here you go. So anyway, they're fighting, and then once they identify which of these wolves is a werewolf, he just starts trying to get himself bit. Right? He's taking off his armor. He's trying to grapple with it and just get himself. He's putting his finger in his mouth. So it started feeling more like a mechanics, like playing a game, like grinding for XP, playing the same level over and over again, or just trying to take advantage of the game mechanics. And so as a DM, that's not fun at all for me. So if you're watching this, you know who you are. That wasn't fun, but I think you probably saw it on my face that it wasn't fun. So the new book, he's just going to be cursed. So he's going to either have to find a cure to the curse, or we can retcon it and say if you knew those rules, you wouldn't have done it. So we'll see. This is tomorrow that this is happening. So it was a cool fight between the direwolves and the werewolf. I really like were creatures. And so I'm trying to decide if I like the new werewolf mythology or not. I'm thinking I do, but it is very easy. It's just, you just get cursed, and then you become a werewolf if you hit 0 hit points. So kind of cool. Maybe it's like more brutal and less brutal at the same time. But they definitely just like take it out. You're just like, no, you're not going to be a werewolf. They just take it away from you. So I don't know. Tomorrow I think I'm just going to follow the new rules and just be like, hey, I know you were trying to be a furry missile, but this is the new rules, so this is what we're going to play. What would you do? What do you do with werewolves? And yeah, so that's really the main questions of session 11 with the veterans group is, so tomorrow they didn't loot, and I think this is quite a bit of creatures. This is 1700 XP of creatures, so should be some good loot in there. But yeah, that's it. What are your thoughts on what I should have happen when we get back to Madame Eva? Really, though, just being totally honest with you, I need to read the book a lot more. I need to read it over and over and over because I'm finding the Curse of Strahd is more difficult because there's so many characters and there's so many places, and the characters have different like prejudices against different places and different people, and you really have to know that stuff so that you can roleplay it properly. So I kind of just end up leaning into fighting encounters, and I really want to kind of get back into the story. Yeah, so that is session 11 of the Army Veterans Group, or military veteran. It just happens that everyone there is an Army veteran, but it's for all military vets. Anyway, let me know if you encountered any of that. Any players trying to just break the mechanics, any of that kind of thing, or rules changing mid-session, or I guess the next session. So probably not. Most people probably don't encounter that. But yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the new rules just to keep it easy. I wanted to do something spicy and have the player have these new powers, but the players already have their special powers or curses from dying and getting resurrected from the Dark Lord. The Dark Powers or whatever. I use the Adventures League Dark Gifts is what I just Googled. So DM of the Mists actually has been incredibly helpful with this. So if you have any tips for Curse of Strahd, I would love to hear it, because this is hard. As a new DM, like, this is actually really difficult. I still appreciate that it's pre-written, but I think the layout could be better and easier. But also, I just have to read and study it. But as you can probably already notice, I've already been changing stuff up. So, here we go. Session 12 tomorrow. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.